I've worn the mask. I've smiled when I didn't mean it, said the right things, did the wrong ones. I've lied sometimes to others, mostly to myself. I've hurt people who didn't deserve it, and helped people, hoping it would make me feel whole. But none of that makes me a good person. It just makes me human. This isn't a confession. It's not guilt. It's truth. Because maybe being good isn't the goal. Maybe being real is. I used to think the mirror told the truth, but it only reflects what you allow it to see. I saw someone kind, helpful, soft-spoken, someone who meant well, but I never looked deeper, never asked, why did I help? Why did I smile? Was it love or fear of not being loved back? Sometimes the good we do is just a performance, a bargain, a survival instinct dressed as compassion. So no, I'm not always what I seem, and maybe neither are you. There are parts of me I pray no one ever meets, the jealous one, the cold one, the one who walks away too easily and cares too late. I've said things to win. I've stayed silent to punish. I've made people feel small just to feel a little bigger myself. But I've also loved deeply, sacrificially, quietly. So what does that make me? Not good, not bad, just unfinished. You don't need to be a good person. You need to be a whole one. The world doesn't need your perfection. It needs your honesty, your rawness, your broken pieces, held together not by image, but by integrity. You were never meant to be spotless. You were meant to be seen and loved as you are, not as you pretend to be. So stop asking if you're good. Ask if you're awake. Ask if you're willing to face the parts you hide. Ask if you're brave enough to live without the mask. Because wholeness is not about light. It's about holding both your darkness and your light without shame. Stop performing. You don't owe the world a likable version of yourself. You owe it your truth. Learn your shadow, not to shame it but to reclaim it. The parts you reject will rule you until you make peace with them. Forgive yourself often, not as a free pass, but as a path forward. You'll fall, you'll fail, but that doesn't make you unworthy of love or growth. Be real more than good. Realness is messy, but it's magnetic, and it's what the world is starving for. The road less traveled by Scott Peck. Peck writes that mental and spiritual health is a commitment to reality at all costs. He reminds us that discipline, honesty, and grace are more valuable than niceness. Being a good person isn't about behavior. It's about deep truth. We cannot solve life's problems except by solving them, and that means owning who we really are. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. Brown teaches that we earn love not by being flawless, but by showing up authentically. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's the birthplace of belonging. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. King, Warrior, Magician, Lover by Robert Moore and Douglas Gillette. This book explores the integrated self, the mature masculine or feminine archetypes that balance power, compassion, and shadow. It reminds us that wholeness is not about purity but about depth. Only the man who has faced his own inner demons can be a source of healing for others. So no, I'm not a good person, but I'm becoming a real one. And that, I've learned it, is enough.